Right, we need to turn one of these bites into a fish. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's got to be on. That's got to be on. Oh, it's putting up a nice scrap. 2nd of November today. I'm catching bream. Good morning. Welcome back to Frugal Outdoors with myself, Dylan. And I can say good morning because it is. It is about 6:30. As you can probably tell from my croaky voice, I may have had a couple of wines last night. We're at the beginning of November. Half term has been and gone, and hopefully I can try and get in to a November Bream. Now, I've never had a bream in November before, so I'm pretty excited about today. It's a bit more blowy than I'd like, and the tides aren't ideal. High tide is in about 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours. So I've got quite a small window where I can try and get out, fish for 3 hours, hopefully try and get into a fish. So I'm going to quickly get these rods set up, fishing with both my divers. They're both a little bit tippier, they're much more fun to fish for bream. Get some reels on there, show you some rigs and bait, and then quickly we'll get one in. But yeah, fingers crossed we can get into one today. It's a little bit windy, it's a little bit drizzly, but let's just try and get a fish, shall we? So I've got some new line to try today. Now, I used to use braid. I used braid for probably about a year, and I did say that I do chop and change, and I have done exactly that. So at the moment, I've got some Berkeley Sick. Now, it's an expensive braid. I don't normally buy expensive braid. If I have braid, it's normally a very, very cheap import, we'll say. But yeah, this stuff's pretty expensive for me, anyway. I think it was 20 some odd quid for 300 meters a spool. So I got 2 spools. But, and I know some of you will frown at this, it's £58. So normally, if I'm fishing somewhere like here that can be snaggy, if I lose my gear, it's the whole set. I just move this reel down a bit. But my brain is telling me if I use a £58 braid, a £60 leader, that if anything's gonna give, it should be my rig, which means hopefully I can snap out my knots on my rig or anything like that, which means I'm, in theory, this hasn't been put into practice yet, I'll leave less gear in the water and therefore leave less of an impact. But that is all just theory, so we'll actually see how that goes. So my 2 divers are paired up with my 2 Shimano power arrows, which again, I hasten to add, I have said this before, but they were second hand. There's absolutely no way that I could justify paying that sort of money for some reels. Some of you can, and that's cool, but I can't. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I'm glad that's happened. New leader, which means it's all come off the line. So I'm just gonna be fishing with bream rigs today. I've got some with pop-ups on, some without, but it's my standard, what I would call my standard bream rig, which is essentially it's a 1 up, 1 down, no swivels, apart from one to clip onto my main line. Nice and simple, so if I do lose them, it doesn't cost a fortune, and to be honest, I don't really find that they tangle, so. There we are, good morning. So I haven't fished for a little while. I've had my dad over, had the kids over, all the kids have been together. It's been an awesome week. But yeah, everyone's gone home now, so thought, well, do you know what? Let's have a quick sneaky few hours out if we can. Let's try and keep that 1 a week video going. So rigs, a bream rig, as you can see there, that one's got some orange pop-ups. That one has got some yellow pop-ups. And this one has got no pop-ups. So they're all exactly the same rig, just some of them have got pop-ups, some have got different colours, but they've all got beads on. Gosh, you know what, when I first got down here, it was so dark. You know, it's pushing 7 o'clock and it's dark. But never mind. Right, so I'm going to be only fishing with 6-ounce grippers today. It's not a huge tide, but because we're getting nearer the top of the tide already, that tide's not going to be running as hard as it normally would do. So 6-ounce gripper on the clip, and as you can see there, this is £60 by the way. So it means if I do get into anything else, I've got a reasonable chance of getting it out. Size 2 Canoe hooks. Check this out. Look at that for a squid. That's all I've brought today. One giant squid. So cool. So this is going to be really nice and tough. And basically, it's going to last me a whole session. And something I would have thought. I mean, look at that. That's one tentacle. So let's start off with, let's just cut that in half. And that'll be it. Oh, I'm really excited to be out. It's quite cold. I'm not gonna lie, it is quite chilly. Do you know what I should have done? I should have threaded that on like a worm. I don't even think I'm going to bind that on. So there we go. There's one bait. The size 2 Canoe hook sticking out of it. What I want to do, because I haven't got long, is basically get one straight in the water. There we go. So I've just threaded that one on like a worm. And because these bigger squid are so tough, something tries to pull that, it shouldn't come off. If it does, if I get bare hooks, then I'll use some binding. But right, let's get this on. Now, I do apologise because there's some spots of drizzle on my lens, but I'll get this out and then we'll have a quick clean. Oh dear, I've only had a cup of coffee this morning. But like I say, I'm only going to be fishing till 10 o'clock max, so 3 hours really. Right. Got a really strong wind coming from the east, which isn't ideal. And but obviously the tide's running left to right, so let's see how we get on anyway. Right, let's give this a whack. I can't tell if that's on the bottom or not. I think so. So much wind taking such a huge belly of line. I didn't realise it was going to be this windy this morning, to be honest. But anyway, we've got one in there. Oh, there we go. We got a bite then straight away. Haven't even got the second rig out. Literally just baiting up the second one. Now, in an ideal world, which you and I both know it isn't, I would have got here about 2 hours sooner and it would be glorious sunshine. And I'd be fishing from 7, 8 o'clock in the morning up until about 12. But we haven't got that today, unfortunately. Slightly heavier lead on this, got 7 ounce with a lift. So let's see, let's get this one out. There we go. Right, felt that one hit the bottom then, obviously because it's a heavier lead. Much easier to feel for it. Yeah, cool. So yeah, there must be obviously a back eddy out there because I've cast up there a little bit just to sort of allow for some of the wind, but it's still pulling around to the left there, so definitely got a bit of a back eddy. Let's just keep an eye on that one on the left. Hopefully we'll get another bite. There's literally no one else here. It's going to be packed here later, I reckon. There's we've got a 22-hour comp on, which has been sponsored by all the tackle shops on the island, or nearly all of the tackle shops. With some great prizes available. I'm not fishing it as it happens, but potentially next year I might be. But yeah, I do like the idea of fishing for 22 hours. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Right, let's get a third rig ready then, shall we? Well, nothing came of that bite, which is a little bit disappointing. But we've got both rods in the water now. I'll probably leave them out there for another, certainly this first one, 5-10 minutes. And then we'll have a look. I've got a spare rig ready to go. And then let's just fish hard for a couple of hours and just see if we can't get something. But having a bite straight away like that definitely gives me some confidence. I can see how much the tide's got to come up the beach as well, to the top of the tide. I can see the last high tide line, so we've got a bit of time. All right, so I've just brought that one in. And something hit the pop-up. So I've got another one going out with a pop-up again. Pop-up on the top hook. And then just plain beads on the bottom. Makes sense if you're fishing a one up, one down, you may as well try and get that up as far up as you possibly can. And that's what I've done here. So what I've decided to do is actually use my bait needle for this squid. Look how thick it is. It's so cool. So I'm thinking I can probably use it a bit like worm. So I've put it on my baiting needle, and then I should be able to just thread that up over the eye of the hook, over my knot, he says. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Now that looks good. Yeah, we'll just do that with the other one. All these rigs, as always, that I'm using are available for retail, either from myself directly, or if you're local to the Isle of Wight, you can get them in Slamfish, Isle of Wight. Just had a bite then. They are proven rigs. And the feedback's been brilliant, and lots of people have been catching bream on these rigs. If for whatever reason you can't find what you're looking for in the description of these videos, then just send me a message and I'll make some to order. There we go, look at that. That was a nice bite. Oh, come on. Do you know what'd be amazing is if I can exchange that £3 one squid into 2 bream. That'd be fantastic. We're getting the bites. November Bream. Something going on this one. But it doesn't look like a bream. Oh, whoa! He says. Oh, I don't think I got it. That was such a massive bite. Have we got it? I don't know. Might have. It's just reeling like mad, obviously, because we've got this ledge here. But I don't think I've got it. Well, you've got some weight there, but I don't know if it's just my lead. Oh, no, we missed it. Oh my God. Oh man, that was an awesome bite. Right, let's get one then. Interestingly, they've both been on the left-hand rod, which I've changed the bait on. So let's get that one out, and then I think I'm going to put a fresh one on the other one, because that one's barely moved. Right. Now we've got a bit of a different tide line here now, so I'm just going to cast this at a slightly different place. There we go. So I've just dropped this one in just a smidgen closer. Right, let's bait that up again. Oh, they're definitely out there. It's just a case of getting one now. Oh, that's absolutely whacked it. Oh, missed that. That's the one I was just about to bring in, I think. No? Which one's going? Oh, there we go. There we go. Again, I've only just cast that out. Yes. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Can we get one? They're just hitting them at the moment. Haven't managed to hook one. But they're definitely there. Oh, there he's going again, now look. Right, they're both going. They're both going. It's going to be a case of which one bounces the hardest, I think. I was going to change this one anyway. No, that one's on. That one's on now. Got to be. It's had so many hits at it. See, I normally wait for the bites, for that rod to be bouncing in the rod rest, so you kind of know it's on. But I'm quite anxious today. Come on. I've got another rig baited, so let's bring this one in. This one's been out there and hasn't been changed yet, so let's bring this one in. Oh, here comes the rain. Did not think there was any rain forecast today at all. Do apologise for the noise. Obviously, I have got braid on, so it is a bit noisier today. Well, we're getting bites to cast, but I haven't put one on the bank yet. Come on. I'm gonna have to have a look at that. I had so many bites. I think I might be leaving too much of the squid, because I'm using the tentacles. I might be leaving too much hanging off the bottom of the hook. So we'll change it on the next couple of bait ups. Yeah, there's nothing on there. Right, there we go, on the bottom. Basically I'm going to fish with one in close, one out a bit further, and hopefully that way we can cover quite a bit of ground. Right, let's try and find one of these, shall we? Sure, we can do it together. I know they're there because we've had the bites. Now we just got to try and find one. There's a little bit of weed in the water, but not a lot. I'm fishing with 2 7s and a 6 at the moment. So the 7s obviously I'm punching a little bit further out in the tide, and the 6s I'm just keeping in a bit closer, because at sort of 60 yards they're not moving at all. Might be a bit too short. But let's see. Let's see if that's where they are. Thing with the bream fishing, it is a case of, you know, casting around and basically finding they're a shoaling fish. But places like here where the tide runs, they do tend to sort of come through and then disappear, and then they'll come through again because they're moving with the tide. So hopefully, oh, there we go, I'm getting a bite straight away. I've just felt that go in my hand. I literally just tightened down on it. Right, that's exactly where I want it. So I just chucked it right in a tide line. I can see a bit of a rip out there. There we go, it's at the bottom. It's going to move a little bit, but that's basically exactly where I wanted it. Just saw a bass jump right close in then. Yeah, just saw a bass. I didn't see the bass, I saw the splash. But I'm getting a bite on this left-hand rod. That's the one that I just said I'll put it in the tide line. There we go, look. Go on. Right, what's going on then? Something's pecking at. Really want it to go dang, 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 dang. I mean, it could be small bream out there, really small ones, because I'm getting plenty of bites. Oh, there we go, that was a better one. Yeah, I can feel it hitting it. It's not, oh, there we go. It's not on there. It's hitting it plenty of times, but it's not on. It's been very tentative, so I'm getting loads of small little bites. And generally with a bream, like they hit it, they really attack, but they're not attacking the bait at all. So I can see the bites, but I can tell it's not on. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this one, put this one at a similar distance, because that's obviously where they are. Just out there. A little bit further, but hey ho. Whoa! That's a better bite. There we go. I think that must have been on then. That was such a nice bite. I think we might have it. Oh, I'm not sure. That was an almighty bite. Oh, I can't feel it. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Can I? Oh, I don't know. No. No way. Oh, no way. How on earth? I can't believe I missed that bite. That was an almighty bite. Right, let's go again. Oh man, that's the sort of bites. That's the sort of bites that we want. Right, 2 fresh baits out there now, or two fresh rigs out there now. See, the rod tips are a little bit higher. You might not be able to see them all the way up there actually. Oh, can't believe that. That was a brilliant bite. But yeah, like I said, they've been really finicky. I can feel it going in my hand. Oh, we'll get one. We haven't got long, but we'll get one. Pretty sure of it. Right, we need to turn one of these bites into a fish. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's got to be on. That's got to be on. Yeah, we got one. We got one. We finally got one. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's putting up a nice scrap. Oh, yes. It's just gone very light. Please don't tell me you come off. Gotta be on there. Yeah, still on there, still on there. Come on. Yes. Yes. There we are. Awesome. We've got our November Bream. Right, let's get this off. We'll chuck this one out just in case they're shoaling. Like I said before, when they're on the move, you kind of got to get them. And there we are. One November Bream. Not the biggest in the world, but it's a bream all the same, and it's in size, so we'll be taking it home. Awesome. There we go, top hook, no pop-ups whatsoever. So there you go, just goes to show you don't need the pop-ups to get into a bream. But yes, we got one. I'm so chuffed. Right, let's get this one rebaited. We're not gonna have long. I've been fishing for maybe 45 minutes, so I know that to the top of the tide, I've only got about an hour, maybe just over, and then we'll be fishing it over the top and maybe first part of the turn until it becomes unfishable, if it becomes unfishable. But yes, we got one. Oh, I'm just glad we managed to convert one of those bites into a fish. 2nd of November today. I'm catching bream. There we go. That one's going now. Well, so far we've had plenty of action and I'm really enjoying it. I thought I might have had a couple more with the amount of bites that we've had, but we've got one in the box and hopefully we can get another one. So if you're enjoying what you're watching so far, please don't forget to subscribe. I get so many viewers that haven't subscribed. We pretty much get more views than we have subscribers, which tells me that a lot of you haven't subscribed already. So please do, it does help the channel, helps the videos get out so more people get the opportunity to see them. And those of you that have already subscribed and do regularly comment, I do massively appreciate your support. But let's keep fishing. Hopefully we can try and get another one. I feel pretty confident that we might. The buoys actually just started to tip over quite a bit more, so we might be getting a little bit more push of the flood. But yeah, we keep getting the rattles. We just need to convert them into fish. This is a nice way to spend the morning on a really murky Saturday morning. Is catching a few fish. Wind's picked up again, but we're still getting some bites. There we go, go on, go on, go on. Yeah, go on, yeah, that's on, that's on. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we got another one here. Definitely. Hopefully it's a little bit better. It's putting up a nice little scrap, that's for sure. Keep that rod tip high. Do not want to lose it. Oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. And there we go. Another bream in November. They're definitely not the biggest. But they're well in size, which means it's fair game for me to take a couple for my tea. Perfectly hooked. There we go. And there we are. November bream. Good fun. Good fun had by all. And there we go. Well, we said if I could convert it into 2 fish, then I'll be chuffed. And that's exactly what we've done. We'll keep going because I've got a feeling there's got to be a bigger one out there. There have been some really nice bream caught, and like I say, I've had a few around the £2 mark, and I've had a £2.7. But that's probably 3 weeks ago now. And I know we're getting quite late in the season, but I think there's still a few decent ones kicking around. But like I say, they're well in size. 24 centimeters is a keeping size for a bream, which is actually really quite small. They're 27, 28. So for me, yeah, it's a fair game. Yeah, I'm going to be really quite sad when these bream go. But when the bream go, I think I'm going to try and get some whiting. There has been some whiting shown already on the island. Ride pier has been really prolific. I know a lot of people fish ride pier quite heavily, and it has been fishing quite well. There's been loads of bream being caught, loads of other species, smoothhound in the summer. I know there's a lot of people squid jigging at the moment. Squid jigging is something I've yet to really properly have a go at. I've tried it once for about half an hour and I got bored quite rapidly. But having spoken to a lot of people, they absolutely love it. So I am going to try and give it another go. It's difficult because, you know, I like catching food. So there's certain times of year, obviously, that's not as easy as other times of year. We will be taking some dogfish. I always take some dogfish every year. People have always asked, do you take dogfish? Yes, I do. And I think they're pretty delicious when cooked the right way. Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a nice bite. Oh, I don't think it's on. That was an absolutely epic bite. Hooked right over. I don't think it's on there. Oh, I should have left it. Definitely should have left that one. Oh man, you know what? There's nothing worse than when you get a bite like that, you reel into it and there's nothing there. Right, okay, cool. Okay. I need to calm down. I'm so excited to be out fishing. The next bite I get, I'm going to leave it for a bit. Make sure it's on. I've had so many bites this morning and I've only converted 2 of them into fish. So let's see if we can get one. So again, I'm just sort of testing out the range. I've got one probably out there at about, I don't know, 70 or 80-ish yards, I guess. And one at maybe 50, 60. So hopefully if any come through, you know, they might sniff out my bait. Oh, that was such a good bite. But here, just to show you that rig again, as you can see there, I've just got a blood loop knot about 3 inches up from the lead, quite a shortish snood, and then further up the line, got another blood loop knot, got a little bit of rubber tube in there to act as a bait stop. Those pop-up beads will lock in there. It will just keep this top bait just a little bit further up in the water column. Oh, absolutely brilliant bite. I hope it picks it up on camera. The lighting isn't very good today, but let's see if we can do some magic in the edit. I don't know what the time is. The buoy's still going over, so I know when that buoy stands pretty much bolt upright, I'm probably going to have about 45 minutes of slackish water. And it's now 9:15. So I've been fishing for about an hour and 45 minutes, give or take, maybe an hour and a half by the time I got myself sorted. But I think there's definitely still a chance of a few more bites. Oh, such a good bite. One of the interesting things about fishing here in particular is you can really see where the tide is actually running. So every now and again, if you want to change your cast up because you want to get on the edge of the tide line or in the tide line, you're able to do that, because now I'm looking out and I can see there's some smooth patches. There's some smooth patches where the tide is running. There's some little rippled areas. You can see where the currents and rips are. So you can aim for the tide. I haven't been leaving them out there for very long, maybe 10 or 15 minutes max. I've been moving them around a little bit, to be honest. That's exactly what I'm thinking about doing with the one on the left now. So we're in November, strong easterly wind, and we're still catching bream. Epic. Right, I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to bring this one in and I'm going to punch it out there because I can see a really nice tide rip. Try and get it out into that. Now I know this is going to move right to left, so I'm going to get it, aim it to sort of 1 o'clock and let it swing round in the tide. There we go. And that's out there. There we go, look at that. Literally just chucked it out there. Right out in that tide. Right out in that tide. That is the one I just absolutely hooped out there. We got into a fish. It's wrapped up on something, I can feel it. Oh, it came off. It just came off. Oh no, is it? No, it's still on there. I think so. Yes, it's because it's wrapping around something. I can definitely feel something. Oh no. No, it's just come off. Damn. But you see what I mean? I just absolutely whacked that out in that tide. We got a bite straight away. I do like this new line. So like I was saying earlier, I've got braid on. And what I'm doing now, when I'm hitting that snag, I'm getting my leader back, I'm getting all of my line back, and I'm breaking my rigs. Now that to me is perfect because I'm leaving minimal amount of gear in the sea. And all I got to do is get a new rig out, clip it up, and I'm ready to go again. Right, we're getting some nice little taps on this right hand rod. I've literally only just cast it into a new part of the tide line. But it's definitely not hooked. It's just pecking at the bait. It's quite frustrating. Oh, that's a bit of a better one. Come on. Yeah, there we go. It's just moved the lead that time. Still not on there. No. I don't know if I got it or not. Don't think I did. Did I? Think I might have. Think I might have. Yeah, we did. Oh, it's just unhooked itself as well. They're not huge though. They're not huge today. Whoa. There we go. Bream number 3. Absolutely awesome. I'm really chuffed about that. Literally as soon as it hit the water, we're getting bites. So let's get that rig baited up again, get it back out and see if we can't get a couple more. Yes. Oh, chuffed about that. I don't suppose we've really got much fishing time left. But that bream was having a chew on it for ages, just kept on peck, 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 peck. And then we managed to hook it, brilliant. Unhooked itself on the grass though, but once it's up there, it counts. Well, we'll see if we can get one more. I haven't even rebaited that. I've literally just put the squid back on and I've chucked it straight back out. So you never know, we might get another one. The one on the left is at much further distance. One on the right is again much closer in, maybe 60, 70 yards, if that. But yeah, catching bream. Just getting a little knock then on the right hand rod. That's the one that's a little bit closer in. We're definitely getting a bit of a change in the tide now. So like I say, I'll probably be able to get another couple of casts and then that'll be me done. I can see the tide line is moving in closer and that water is starting to ebb out. There we go. Only a small little rattle though. Well, hopefully we can convert it into another fish. I think what I'll do, I'm going to bring this left one in, rebait it, because I'm only fishing with 2 rigs now, but I'll bring this one in, rebait it, recast it. In the meantime, hopefully, we'll get a hook up on the other one. There we go. Look at those lovely little strips of squid. That will hopefully have bream written all over it in a minute. Bites have stopped on that one though. But I think I'll put this one a little bit further. There we go, just getting some more knocks on that right hand rod again. Not hooping like that one that we missed, but it's an opportunity to try and get another one, that's for sure. The one on the left I've just hit at a bit further of a distance, so it's out there. Starting to smooth off. There's not a lot of tide runs out there at the moment, if that makes sense. You can't see any currents or rips at the moment. I think that's because we're just getting to the turn of the tide. I'm only fishing with 6s. And I'm holding bottom fine at the moment. 9:45. So we'll probably have another couple of casts and that'll be me done. Oh, right, well there we go. I've been fishing for 3 hours. 3 hours and we've got 3 bream to show for it. It's 10:15 now. I'm gonna pack up and I'm gonna head home. I've really enjoyed today. I've literally only used half of that squid. So I've probably used about £1.50, £2 worth of squid. And I've got 3 bream to show for it to take home. So I'm absolutely chuffed. If anyone's interested in any rigs, then obviously check out the description. And if you're on the island, then obviously pop into Slamfish because he stocks them as well. But until next one, please take care, stay safe, and maybe I'll see you out there. Cheers.